يضلل فلا هادي له واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله. اما بعد فان خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الامور محدثاتها وكل محدثه بدعه وكل بدعه ضلاله وكل ضلاله في النار. من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعص الله ورسوله فانه لا يضر الا نفسه. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. صدق الله العظيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I have recited that part of the ayah number 185 from Surah Al-Baqarah, which was part of the ayat regarding the commands of the month of Ramadan, of the fasting. And the translation of this part of the ayah was something like this: Allah does not impose any hardship upon you. He wants you to have comfort so that you may complete the fast. Glorify Allah and give it, you will give Him the thanks. And may Allah make one of those who thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the way go towards the right of Allah, inshallah. And the next ayah after this 186 is also something should interest all of us. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. And when my servants or my slaves ask you concerning me, I am here. I am very near. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is directly replying to the people, not to the Prophet Muhammad, but to the people. I am close. I am near. I answer their prayers when they call me. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying He answers when we make the dua, when we do that, when we call Allah. So they should answer me, my call also, and believe in me, so that they may be rightly guided. Now there is a transaction. It's a transaction. You call me, I will listen to you. And listening of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is much different, of course, than what we listen. We listen and we ignore. And that's the topic, my khutbah today, which is the part of ayah 185 and ayah 186. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the previous ayah was saying, that it makes it easy for us, and we always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that. But then Allah says, وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةَ, when you complete the muddah, the days, the fasting days, وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ, then you should glorify Allah. Then you should glorify me, so that you will be able to thank me. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. So the question is that everything is for the takbir of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When somebody becomes Muslim, or we hear from time to time, not even somebody become Muslim, or somebody donate something, or somebody do something extraordinary, we always say takbir, Allah Akbar, and people start, they respond to that. But what is the takbir? And it's very interesting that as soon as the Ramadan finishes and we see the crescent of Shawwal, we start the takbirat again. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la. Pay attention to why we are doing that. Why this takbirat again? And we have just said you complete your fasting and glorify me, and then again that. So we have to understand there's a lot of depth in this. Because when Allah says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي. I have the faith in me. The faith that I will listen to you. I am listening. I am close. And we don't have that faith. We don't have that faith. Now, why I'm saying that is the month of Ramadan finished, alhamdulillah, and probably most of us or all of us have fasted throughout the month and fulfilled the requirement with that. Now, it is interesting, in the month of Ramadan, we become very alert regarding our sins, we try not to commit the sins which we usually do, like lying or deceptions and maybe other things. So you try to refrain from it. Now uh, these sins, we are supposed to refrain from them all our life, not just for Ramadan. It's not; these are not exclusive for Ramadan. We don't have any instruction, any difference between the days of Ramadan and the remainder of the 11 months. The only difference is the Taraweeh. Taraweeh is the only thing which is an addition for Ramadan. Fasting is throughout the year, the 6 days of Shawwal, the Mondays and Thursdays of every week, and the middle of the lunar month, 13th, 14th, 15th of the lunar month, we fast, and then other extra fasting. The fasting is there, so we do that. So is the Salat. Salat is not exclusive for Ramadan. Salat is supposed to be 5 times a day, every day, throughout the year. Recitation of the Quran, yes, recitation of the Quran is we should do as a habit, and so is listening to the Quran and all those things. So the exclusive, this we have to pay attention to how can we get closer. This was the month Allah gave us to get closer to Him. A chance, a 29 days, a training for 29 days. If I take a training of 29 days for my profession, I will become very good. Whether I'm in computers or engineer or whatever profession I had. If I go for a month of training, and I'm sure I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on it, I will become good. How come this training is not making us good? This is the important part of it which we have to understand. That's why I keep reminding the Takbirat, the Allah is there. He was in the month of Ramadan and He is there in Shawwal and He will be in the remainder of the 10 months to follow. He is not just exclusive owner of the month of Ramadan, but it is there the whole year. But we don't have that, attention span. What we do, we think that we have to do in Ramadan. Let me go back to my usual practices, which I have, the music and other things, and people are doing a lot of Muslims do a lot of haram, or things which are close to haram in that sense. So we come back to that. So all the good things which we did, and then and this is good. I'm not saying anything wrong. This is extremely good. But what we are carrying forward from Ramadan to the remainder of the 11 months of the year, what we are going to do there? Because our Iman was high for 29 days. When we finish the Ramadan, our Iman is high. Our body should be a little weak, although some of us pay more attention to iftar and eating, but our body is supposed to be weaker than the normal days. So your ruh becomes stronger, your Iman, the nourishment of the ruh, the Quran, we call it, the Quran is a breakfast. If you, in the morning, you recite the Quran, as a hadith out there, the Quran also mentioned, the word of Allah is the nourishment, it's the breakfast of the champions, as we call it, for the people who want to do good, So after the Fajr, you recite Quran in the morning, it has a big effect in your daily life, So what we have planned, this is the main thing. Most of us were better Muslim during the month of Ramadan. I have achieved some status or higher status of Iman during the month of Ramadan. Will that continues afterwards or not? Now, we spend a lot of time in Masajid, hours and hours, at least 2 hours for the Tarawih, and if we make extra effort to go to Masjid for the Isha, Fajr, and other Salat, then all those things. So, but the bounties and the rewards, they never stop. They're always there. You give the sadaqah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward sadaqah. Whenever you want to give the sadaqah, there are rewards for it. Then we look at it, the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, it's in Bukhari, that the most beloved of the deeds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now this is interesting. The most beloved deeds. Now you think, what is the most beloved deed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Should I kill myself or kill someone? No, it's not jihad. No. It is an act which you do consistently, regularly. It could be very small. Allah loves that you are consistent. So if we have done some good during the month of Ramadan, then I should be doing the similar thing after Ramadan also. How, we have heard about a lot of things in the month of Ramadan. This Allah is building the house, you give the money, there's a house in Jannah and things like that. But how can I maintain that house? How can I retain that house? Retaining our good deeds is difficult. I can do the good deeds, but then can I retain those good deeds for the future as well? Or I start doing the wrong things. One good indicator, or one main indicator that you are still on doing a good deed is that the good deeds are followed by further good deeds. So if you have been praying in the masjid during the month of Ramadan, masjid is still open. You can still come and pray. If the recitation of the Quran, you have hours and hours available to you. It is my heart which is weak, which I think I don't have time, and every one of us, all of us, have the time. I cannot. I've been here. I told you many times over 30 years, and if you want to do something, nobody can stop you. If your boss asks you to do some 2 hours extra time today, you will be paid hour and a half or whatever extra for that. You will do 2 hours. You will do extra hour for just money because then you have time for it. What about some extra time for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How much I have? We put 20 plus years for our education, worldly education. How much time we have put in to get a degree? And then we do our professional courses also. What I have done for the hereafter, which is forever. This life is short. And if I don't understand it, then I'm a person who have no understanding. I should not qualify myself as an intelligent person because I cannot decide, I cannot see the obvious that the life hereafter is forever. There is no ending to it. I should be worried about that life than this life, which is very short. So I have to make that wise decision. This time is fleeting. Time is fleeting. It's slipping from our hands. We cannot stop it, but we can make the best use of it. This is what I should be doing. So, I have to look back that the level of Iman which I have achieved last month, the month of Ramadan, how much, maybe I cannot get the same level, but can I get 80% of it? That's why we look at it. We have many hadiths related to that. Rasulullah is saying, that you make an effort to bridge that gap. We use this part of the hadith to straighten your line, bridge the gap, and things like that. But this hadith also meant for other purposes as well. Is that you try to bridge the gap. Maybe if you cannot reach the 100% of what you have, at least you can reach the 80% of it. But you have to make an effort to bridge the gap of the high level from today. We should try to reach that level. We have to make an effort. I have to think that this Ramadan is forever. Now, this is something which we have to think. Ramadan has not finished for a Muslim. Ramadan is a concept. Ramadan is a concept to make you strong, to make you yours, give you the strength of the Imam. It is not that you just it finishes with that, meaning that this was a course, this was a reminder, this was a refresher, all that you continue doing that for the remainder of the 11 months. When we look at the Ramadan as fasting and iftar and that's what that's no, Ramadan is something different. You have to understand that's how the Bedouins, Arab before Islam, used to train their horses, For they used to call the science the fasting horses in that sense, because they were trained to fight, to become stronger, to see, take the heat, because horse is a gentle and it's not very strong, as camel is. So they used to train it. So here's the fasting. The same word is term is used by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the Psalm also. So I have to look at it to see, um, is that fasting is forever for me? And the fasting is not just the hunger, being hungry for the day. Fasting is something more than that. And I have to understand the concept of fasting. وقل بهذا واستغفر لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمين. Alhamdulillah. So we have hadith which says, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالْخَوَاتِيمِ. Khawatim is endings, So the إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ is one hadith which we have, but the khawatim is that it is the ending which counts. You could be good, but then you end bad. But you could be bad, but ending is good. This is what we make the goal. So our ending should be good. When we die, we should be in a good state with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that sense. So and it is something which we always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When the hadith comes in, and nobody can enter the Jannah without the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The hadith is in Bukhari, and nobody can enter it, even the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So look at the depth of this hadith. That now this hadith is giving a chance not to the very pious people, but to people like me and you who are commoners, who are not very high step. But we make efforts. We try to do good, and we do a lot of sins and all that, but still we make attempt to keep on the right track. So we are struggling, and this is a great tiding for us that mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there. So I may be lacking in my ibadah, but still I have a chance because I was making an effort. So I have to look from the Ramadan what I am going to take after Ramadan. I can, start doing one page of the Quran every day. It doesn't take more than few minutes. Start it. Start doing, maybe 4 lines after every time you do the wudu. Just sit down. You have a phone. You can use the phone. Make a habit of it, and you see the benefit out of it. Just think of, we did a lot of extra nawafil, and of course, in the month of Ramadan. Let's make at least 2 every day after Ramadan. Also, maybe after Dhuhr, maybe a 2 rakat after I do my wudu, the Yatul wudu. I can do 2 rakat for the wudu itself. So I can carry those habits from Ramadan to make additional, in my life. And then I have to, just a reminder quickly, because we are almost at the end of the time here, but reminder, the Hajj is coming up now. And Hajj is due on all of us, and it is an ibadah, so it is separate for men and women, whether she's your spouse is you're married or not married, doesn't matter, it's an ibadah. So a lot of people say, if I have enough money, me and my wife will go. Why you never say that salat is also ibadah, fasting is also ibadah? You don't say that if my wife is good, then I will do the salat or I will do the fasting. You do it because you can. Same goes for the Hajj. Hajj is further on you. Once you have enough money and health, Hajj you have to do the Hajj. It will hang till you die. That fard will remain, obligation will remain. It is not going to go away. And if you're not able to come do that, then you should leave advice for your heirs that somebody will do the Hajj for you, because it is hanging on you and you will be responsible. And there is a lot of hadith about it. But I give you a quick way, because there's a lot of money involved in it now. So start saving for it from today. Open a Hajj account for yourself. Put $5, $100, whatever, in that account because you may not get the 15,000 or 12,000. You look at it and say, "Oh, I cannot. It's too much money." But if you start saving, as you save on 401k, as you save for Social Security, as you save for other purposes for 529 and all that, as you can make the saving for your Hajj because it's a fard, it's an obligation, and we all should look for it. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وسائر المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسولك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Please take a straight line. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, just I'm going to take a few minutes, inshallah, to go through that. But thank our Imam to bring up some important things for us as a reminder, inshallah. And as well as what we said the last time, that Ramadan is going beyond, like just been progressing fast. And next month will be coming soon. And we are getting ready for our next festival. So inshallah, make dua that we are able to do it this year also. We are making the intention and preparation, and we'll make the announcement accordingly. Jazakallah khair for listening, and inshallah, I'll see you guys soon. Assalamu alaikum.
This is the best. It's the short and best ever I heard. Allah give us tawfiq to follow this one.